This conference will now be recorded.
Okay, so in the last session, we have discussed on some of the terminologies of Blue Prism, like Object Studio, Process Studio, and in the Studio module, what all the things we have. Okay, I will open the last session details. I will revise it, and then we will start further. Okay, yeah. So here we have seen that. Process is there and object is there, and all of these application interactions are present in the object. So uh, how Blue Prism can interact with application? Through object, and through process, what we can do? Through process we can execute the other activities like business rules, reading data and other stuffs. Okay, and in Object Studio we have stages. Okay, so these stages are the symbols which helps us to create the flow. So I want to show you everything practically so that it will be helpful for you. So currently I am in a Process Studio. Okay, and currently I'm in a Process Studio. You can see here
Sorry, Sudhi, are
processes.
you sharing your screen right now?
uh,
I think you are not.
okay, let me share my screen then. Okay, I hope now you can see my screen.
Yes.
So here, here if you see, I have Process Studio, and from Process Studio, I can right click and open Object Studio. Okay, so Process Studio and Object Studio, these are the two things I have available. Okay, and in this Object Studio has application. So the difference, if you see, so it is very important to know Process and Object Studio. Okay, so because the difference between these two, because the maximum time you will spend as a Blue Prism developer is on Process and Object Studio. Okay, so see here, I have application modeler in Object Studio, and in this application modeler I can model the whole application. Okay, so I can, by using spying modes, okay, I can capture the element properties. So whatever properties are present in the element, I can capture all of those properties by using spying modes. And there are different spying modes available. So see here in Centrix automation, so let's see here, if I add an element, this is one element I have. Currently element is blank because I have not used spy mode to capture the application properties. But and currently I have launch button available here. Okay, so launch means open the application. Once I click on launch, Blue Prism is opening the application. Okay, so I have shown you application wizard, how I can configure the application inside Blue Prism. Okay, so here if you see, in application wizard we give the step by step all information about the application with application exe file path and all everything. Okay, so this application modeler, okay, this window which you can see, where we have spying mode for spying the application properties, this wizard is heart of Blue Prism. Why it is heart of Blue Prism? Because through this wizard I can know if my Blue Prism is able to interact with the application or not. So let me go back to this element one which I have created. Now previously launch button was showing, now application is launch, it is showing me identify button. Okay, so with identify, if I click identify, I can see here there are multiple identification tool or spying modes available to spy the application properties. Win32 is one spy mode, and if I press alt I will get a different spy mode, UI automation mode. Okay, so there are many spy mode available to spy or to identify one application property. So accessibility mode and region mode, and again back to Win32 mode. Okay, so now see here, UI automation mode. In UI automation mode, I am capturing the staff number. Okay, so if I say, so now how to capture the properties? So again, that shortcut command is also given here. Control left click to select and right click to cancel. So control left click, and the staff number text box property has been captured. So the blank element one is now filled with all properties and their values. If I click on match, the default match element is shown here. Okay, and it's again showing me the it's again showing me the different attributes. So these are called as attributes. These are the values. An element is a set of attribute, and this set of attribute which constitute an element is highlight my staff number. Is it fast for you?
No, Surbir. This is fine
Okay,
for me.
okay. So see, I might go fast, because
Okay.
not intentionally, but sometime it happens. So anytime you feel I'm going fast, feel free to stop me.
Okay.
So this element one, now it is able to highlight my staff number. So I will give him meaningful name, and that meaningful name will be type of element and name of element. So type of element is txt text box, and name of element is staff number. Okay, text box dash staff number, and if I click on highlight, it is highlighting the staff number. Now
Sudhir, is it
add
mandatory
element.
for every element name we need to mention? Is it a text box or
See,
something
even
like
even
that?
previously, yeah,
Yes.
yeah. So even previously it was element one and it was highlighting staff number, but
Yeah.
it is good if we follow the naming conventions.
Okay. What are those naming conventions? Can you explain?
Yes. Slowly, as we keep on developing, you will get the naming conventions.
Okay.
Okay. So these naming conventions comes after you develop everything, but my way of teaching is I will give you at the start itself, so that from the start itself you come to know
Okay.
everything. Okay, so understand one thing, that you have to keep names descriptive, and you have to give their type as well. So here the type
Okay.
is text box, and name is staff number. So if I
Okay.
highlight, it is highlighting the staff number. Okay, and if I have given it in UI, like currently it is UIA mode. Okay, so from attributes and from this edit box UI, I can see it is UIA mode. I can give it in Win32 mode as well. So if I identify it just in Win32, the attributes are different. Okay, so here txt staff number was in UIA, and here it is in txt dash staff number. This is in Win32. Okay, so if you see the attributes, they are different. Okay, and that's make a big difference. So here the attributes are currently window class, then automation id. So they are very specific attribute for that particular text box, but here if you see, they are very generic attribute. Okay, true, and then just class name. So if I highlight with this Win32 mode, it is not able to distinguish between two text box. Okay, so the point I want to make here is UI Blue Prism gives us complete freedom, which text box you want to select, which spy mode you want to use. Okay, they just mention that use the spy mode which can identify your element in a stable way. Okay, so if you have even if you have here even if you have here multiple elements, it should be able to sorry, even if you you change this environment from one to others, or even if you so like your test environment to production, or test environment to dev environment, it should be able to identify it successfully. Then again, second thing is it should be able to identify element on a long run. So it should not happen that after 1 month or 2 months it fails to identify element. Okay, so we should not have any generic element attributes. We should have very specific attributes. Okay, and we should not have any hard coded values. So as we go along, I will show you what I exactly means. So just remember this thing, that you have to use spying mode carefully, that it should properly identify the attributes. Okay,
Yes, Sudhir.
yeah, just give me a minute.
Okay.
Yeah, okay, so so to start ahead with this, um, how we will spy element. So here we have, so just for naming convention, we have kept a hierarchy here. So a window element and element inside that window. Okay, so this is the sign in window, and in that I have element staff number, password, and button. So in a similar way, I have the second window, home, and then there are different elements inside that window. So window and element inside that window, I keep hierarchy in that way. Okay, so follow that way. It's good way of keeping the hierarchy. Then So a few basics on Object Studio before we start further. So here, application modeler, as I already told you, it's the heart of Blue Prism. If application modeler is stable, if it is properly able to identify elements, your elements will run fine. Then detach. Okay, so we have seen launch. Okay, launch, which is able to identify element. So launch means open application through Blue Prism and connect to it. So Blue Prism is connected to the application. Blue Prism can identify elements on the application. Attach means, what does attach means? Attach means connect to any application, connect to any application which is already open. Okay, so if this application is already open, and I am detaching from it, so now I want to connect with this application. If I click on launch, it will open a new instance of the application. So now there are two instances of this application. I don't want that to happen. So what I will do is I will connect to existing instance of the via attach. Okay, so via attach I will connect to existing instance. So I have attach step over here. So what I will do is uh, you see here, I will use the top I will use the top level element, and this top level element means it is application level element or it's a root element, and on that I will use this. All of these are what? These are actions. I will use these actions to connect with that particular application. Okay. So here I'm attaching or connecting with the application, and then by using wait, okay, I'm checking if the window is exist, and if it is exist, I'm going ahead. Okay. So launch means open a new application, attachment connect with existing application, and detachment disconnect. Okay. So detach doesn't close application, but detach will disconnect from a running application. uh, mm, okay. So now these stages, okay, it's very important to know all of these stages, and I think you know couple of them we have discussed last time, but let me revise once again. So as I said you last time, there are only 4 stages which are of much importance to us. Okay. And the stages are read, write, navigate, and wait. Okay. So these are the four stages which are of utmost importance to us for in the object studio. Other stages are also of important, but we don't use it in object studio. Why? Reason being, in object studio we open the application. So what activity we do in object studio? We basically what we do, we
Interact with
write, we
application.
read. Yeah, we read, write, and we wait for the screen to load or screen to change or element to appear. And what we do, we open, close, launch, attach, click on the application, select drop down, click checkbox. Okay. So all of these things are done by navigate. Read is done by read, write is done by write, and wait is done by wait stage. That's it.
Okay.
It's very simple. So just
Wait,
we have
sorry.
to play with these 4 stages in object studio. Yeah.
One doubt. Uh, when do we use launch and attach? When we use launch
Yes.
and
So
when?
when you're opening the application, you use launch. So in the
Okay.
navigate, you, since launch is a application level action, you use root level element and you say launch, so it will open
Okay.
the application. Okay. And
In real time.
after, yes, in real time, so
Okay.
in real time we will not press any button, we will use these stages itself, and these stages are played, or these stages run the flow, and by that automation happens.
Okay.
Okay.
And
So if I
attach.
have to show you just a small, yeah, tell me.
Uh, we used to
Yeah, tell
open
me.
the application in real time scenarios. Uh, we use
Yeah.
launch or attach. Which one we use most? And
No,
what
okay,
cases?
now you tell me, which one we should use. Read this and tell me which one we should be using.
We use launch. We
We
use
will use
launch.
launch. Correct. Correct. So we will use launch for opening, and we will use attach for connecting, and detach for disconnecting. Simple.
Okay.
So I will show you real time way. I will show you real time way. So what I have done here, I have used navigate, and in the inside navigate it is element action pair. So what is the element and what action you want to perform? If it is a text, if it is a button, we will press it. If it is a drop down, we will select an item. Correct. So in the same way,
Okay.
so here I have used root element, and I have selected action as launch. So, and after that, what I have done, navigate and then wait and then end. So inside wait, what we have here, Centrix automation homepage. So here I am checking if my home page is available, okay, or if my login window is available. If that window is available, then I am proceeding further, going
Okay.
ahead.
Okay,
Same in
you are
login.
using launch.
Login.
Sorry, you are using launch with root element, and you are using attach with the window
No,
element, right?
attach is also with root element.
With root,
Attach is
is
also
it?
with root element. You see here,
Okay.
correct? Attach is also with root
Yeah.
element.
Okay.
Ah, okay. And then login. So you see how login will be there. Write something and then navigate on something. So here I am waiting again. So every time wait is very important, because see, RPA, it is mimicking human activity, but it doesn't know if the we can see by our eyes that if the window is present or not, if we are on correct window or not, but RPA doesn't know that. So RPA has, at every step, RPA has to make checks, or RPA has to validate if I am on the correct screen or not. If I am not on correct screen, it goes to it, it should throw the error, or throwing error is not my purpose. My purpose is navigating to the correct screen. So login. So launch means opening. Login means logging to this window by using right and navigate stage. And after navigate, my screen will change, right? So my screen has changed or not. For validating that, again I have wait stage. Okay, so wait stage, simple stage I have shown you last time. So wait for window to appear, and uh, if there is a timeout, so there is a time associated, and there is this window is also present. So how this window comes, I add this window here. Okay, because I want to, so I can check any element. Here I am checking for home window, if home window is present or not. And if home window is present, you see, here the home window is present, and then here it goes to end. Okay, so this is login, and then navigate to select option screen. So after logging in, so here let's say I'm typing user ID and password and clicking on logging in. So after that, you see here, navigate to select option screen. So select option, so I have to click on orders, and you see here, please enter an option, it is asking for. So here I am navigating from home, I am navigating to order screen. So for that, again, what I will need, remember this thumb rule. So read is for reading, write is for writing, wait is for waiting. For anything else, we need to use navigate. So again, I have to spy the order button, and then I have to use the order button in navigate stage. And so here, see, I have spied button orders, and I have selected action press. So as soon as I drag button orders over here, it tells me a series of action, because depending on the, in application modeler, we spy the element, right? So Blue Prism identify the element in application modeler. So now Blue Prism, after identifying element, Blue Prism has it generate a set of actions depending on what is the type of that element, whether it is a button or text box or checkbox or whatever. Okay, so
Okay.
if it is
Okay.
order button, it is selecting action press, and depending on that, I'm pressing and I'm going ahead. Sounds good.
Yes.
say in the same way. So I have clicked on order button, and now here what I have to do, I have to write here an option, and then I have to click on go button. So for that, here I have select an option screen. So I have to, I'm writing a number, okay, in this element, and then I am clicking on go button. Okay, button go, I'm pressing the go button,
Okay.
and then again I have here, um, so after clicking go button, my screen changes, right? So again I have wait stage to know if my screen has changed or not. So what wait stage does, it gives you validation. It again tells you if you have reached to new screen or not. Okay, that confirmation also it gives you. So window enter
Okay.
options, check exist, and here I have, here I am checking if my screen has changed or not. Then here in create order, I am putting all the data. Okay, so he's here, these three are the text box. So for text box I will use write stage. Here I don't have to write, I have to click. So for which stage I will use,
Navigate.
and here again I don't have to write and I don't have to read. So which stage I will use here?
Again, navigate.
Good. So what I have done here, write stage for writing everything, and here navigate stage again for clicking and doing this thing. And again here see, observe, between two actions I need to wait, right? So I have
Yes.
populated here the time span, so it is waiting for 1 second between each action. Okay, here I have given the item position, how much, which number I need to select, and after doing that I am checking if my confirmation window has appeared or not. Okay, so let me attach first of all, and I will show you this. I will run it in front of you so you can see this. Okay, so now it is attached. You see here, previously launch button was active, now detach button is active. So it means attach is already done. If you want to detach, you can detach. And now see here. Uh, okay. So what are these? In the last session I have discussed, these are data items. Data items are nothing but variables. So if I open any one, you can see here different types of data items. Might be date, might be date time, might be flag, might be text, might be image, might be binary. Okay, different types of data items. And see here, in creating order I am doing set next stage, and I am, you see here I'm entering the values. Now it has selected 12 and it has clicked on submit button, and order confirmation window is present, and hence wait stage has also passed to the end. So these things will be clear to you more practically when you do it by yourself. So one
Okay.
question from my side, are you having access to Blue Prism
Yes.
software,
Yes, I have access to.
and do you have access to the share drive which I have sent?
Mm, no, actually, I got access from the self-paced whatever it in the self-paced.
Yes. Yes,
Yeah.
so in that they
That,
have kept it all the material. So you have got this application.
yes, I got the application
Have
from
you
there.
received this application? Okay.
Yes.
So have you started automation?
Yeah, I started.
Mostly no. Okay, good. Good. So you are finding you are very excited to learn Blue Prism.
Yeah, I started and
Good, good, good.
I completed the first two screens. Again, I have to create this order. I'm starting. I
Okay.
just
So
reached
okay,
there.
okay, okay, okay. So do it, and do you have this release file? So I have shared this release file also in the drive. So have they given you this release file, Centrix automation dot bp release?
Cent- yeah, Centrix
I think
automation.
no.
I think I got this Centrix. Yeah, I installed the Centrix automation as well in my
This bp
system.
release file is Centrix automation dot bp release. This file is there. I'm not talking about this
Um,
application, but this Blue
okay,
Prism release file.
I'm
Do you
not
have that?
sure. Let
Okay, okay.
wait,
Let
I
me do
need to
one
check.
thing.
Okay,
So what I will do is just give me a minute, and I'm going to share the drive path for Blue Prism with you. And in
okay,
that drive path, I have kept everything. So uh, you can. So I don't want you to lose out anything. I want you
okay.
also to have all access. Okay. So uh, okay. Hmm. Okay. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to send you a message, and this drive path I'm going to send you. So in this drive you get Blue Prism related material. Complete material is present, and by using this material you can go through this material. Even the release file is also there. So whenever you are doing development, my suggestion to you, sometime you get stuck at somewhere, so check how I have developed it. Okay, so
Okay,
Centrix
okay,
automation.bp release is present there. So check how I have developed it, so you will get an idea that where you are missing.
okay,
Okay, now um now now setup of Blue Prism environment. How do you set up the Blue Prism environment? So that I want to cover. So what you need to do is you need to so here in C drive program files, you we have Blue Prism. Sometime it goes in program files 86, or sometime in normal program files. We have Blue Prism Limited Automate, and there we have VBO. Okay, and these are the list of VBOs. So now I will tell you difference between VBO and what is VBO and what is sorry. So what is VBO and what is a normal application? Okay, so VBOs is a Visual Business Object. Okay, so what is this? This is a business object. Studio, this is a business object which we are creating for some application. So this application might be present at my place, but it is not there everywhere. So this is a business object created for my need. And Visual Business Object means generic for generic application or generic utilities. So we create system defined utilities, okay, for generic task. That is Visual Business Object. So see here, predefined by Blue Prism. So Blue Prism provides it. So you see here they are all in XML format. Okay, so you have to import them. How to import them? uh, Go to home or go to studio also and file, import, and here browse and select the any VBO, open, and now click on next and it will be imported. Got my point?
Yeah.
Similarly, if you so on the drive you will find my BP release file for Centrix automation. There are multiple files. You can pick up any one file and try to import that file. So how you have to import it? In the same way, file, import, and then .bp release file. So Blue Prism has
Okay.
XML file. In XML, there are some process or object files present, and the package is created in .bp release format. Okay. So again, I suggest you start with complete thing, automate everything. And if you have any doubts or might be that kind of learning, I think it will be best for you. So I
Okay.
have given you basic hints and you start automating, and if you face any issues anywhere, there I will pitch in. So that basic, I don't want to waste time in telling you basics again and again, and ultimately you forget.
Okay.
Getting my point? Will it be
Yeah.
good?
Yeah.
Yeah. So don't see, ultimately my way, my motto is to give best of myself to you. So if you anytime feel that that my way of teaching is not helping you, feel free to let me know.
Sure.
So now I will cover naming conventions. So how you will have to follow the naming conventions. So for any object or for any process pages you have, so you need to give a descriptive names. So here I am given launch Centrix application or navigate to select option screen. So give descriptive name. How does it help? By giving descriptive name, you can by giving descriptive name, you um, mm, it helps in the maintenance and readability. So when you have multiple actions clubbed, or when you have multiple elements present in an application modeler, it helps to identify the right element. Okay, right element you need to deal with. So give descriptive name. Again, here I have not given anything, but you can give precondition and post conditions in this. What are they? So preconditions means launch the application exe file should be present. Post condition means application should be open. Then again you can give descriptions in the process as well. So I will show you what is difference between process and the object. See here. Hmm. Okay. So see here. So now what is the difference between process and object? So Process Studio has stages. Object Studio also has stages. This read, write, navigate, wait are not present in Process Studio. Reason being, uh, reason being, Process Studio. Why these stages are not present in Process Studio is because Process Studio doesn't deal with application interaction. Okay, so application modeler is not there in Process Studio. Now in Process Studio, what we do, action, all stages are important in Process Studio. So page means here, so here we have multiple pages, right? So we call it as action in the Object Studio because each page is responsible for some activity on the application. But here we call it as pages. So main page and sub page. Main page calls to different sub pages on need, and these sub pages are a individual functionality. Okay, a packet of functionality which is used for a specific need. Okay, so read Excel file, then here a new page I have, and then again here a new page I can create. I can create any number of new pages. Then here we link, right? So we are linking the flow. So check if process is running, then kill process, launch, login, go to option, read, get items, and all that stuff. So here we are linking multiple stages together for creating a flow. Okay, so in the same way we can put page as well. Okay, so action stage, what does it means? Execute, creating an calling an action. And what is an action? Okay, so launch is an action, login is an action. Okay, so all of these are an action. So this is action stage, and
Okay.
here we can call any business object any action. Okay, any
Okay.
action of any business object.
Action is nothing but a page in Object Studio, right?
uh yes, yes,
Okay.
your learning is
And
correct.
here in the stages also, in Object Studio, in the stages also, I find another action stage. Then what is the difference between
Yeah,
that
it's
page
no, no, no,
action
no.
and
The difference, there is no difference. You can call action inside Object Studio as well. It will work well. Okay, so this is also fine. Here also you can call
okay.
any action of any object, but that is not the best practice. Blue Prism doesn't recommend that. Okay,
Okay.
so what Blue Prism say is generally we should use only these four stages, this and this. Only use these four stages in the Object Studio.
Okay.
Action stage and decision stage and choice and all, don't use this in the Object Studio. Put it in the
Why?
process. Okay,
Why we should not use in Object Studio?
because as I told you at the start, Object Studio is only for the application interaction.
Okay.
Hmm? Object
Okay.
Studio is only for application interaction. uh, and rest everything whatever you want to do, for that you have Process Studio. So you want to apply any business logic, you want to read data from Excel, or you want to read different functionalities, if you want to split the data, if you want to extract. So here you get order number, right? So complete message is there. So from that message, if you want to extract the order number, for all of those things you have Process Studio.
Okay.
So application interaction is separated in Object Studio, and so application interaction is separated from everything else. That's the
Okay.
central principle of Blue Prism. Okay, now mm, so now here you see the flow is present. So how I divide the flow is, I divide the flow using multiple things. So uh, check if the process is running. If the process is running, yes, kill the process and again start the process. Okay, and if the process is, so why I'm killing it, actually I think this is a little heavy for you. I will not take it today. To tomorrow, are you free?
Yes, I'm free.
Tomorrow and day after at this time?
Yeah, I'm
So
free.
we will extend the class to tomorrow and day after as well. And uh, today again you can do some exercises. You complete the Centrix automation, and if you face issues, refer my release file, uh, and still if you have doubts, we can discuss it tomorrow. Yes.
Okay.
So same time at 8 p.m. IST we can start.
Okay.
So this foundation training course, it's very good. So you have this foundation training course 6.2.
I think I don't have 6.2. They give 5, I think.
No,
Version
you should
5.
be referring 5 point. You should be referring 6.2. So the drive link which I have shared, just save it properly. In that 6.2
Okay.
version is loaded. So use the
Okay.
6.2 version.
Sure.
Okay, and see here. Mm, See here, everything is given in very much detail and very much structured way. Even the Centrix automation application. Okay, how to automate that, that is also given here.
Okay.
Okay, how to automate Centrix data solution. They have given it in a very nice way. So use that and automate the Centrix data solutions application. Okay,
Okay.
and I will cover a few important points, not few points, just where 2 to 3 points. So debugging. Okay, so debugging very important in any debugging is very important during development of any program or any automation. So here we have Blue Prism gives us three tools for debugging. So first of all, set next stage. Okay, so launch, set next stage. Always remember, any flow start with the start stage and end with the end stage. And here I have these three tools: step, step over, and step out. So step, step over, and step out. So step means step by step debugging. So see here, I'm sorry, uh, I am pressing this step and it is debugging step by step. Now it gave me error because I'm not connected or there is some issue. It's not on correct screen. So if I close, and this is reset button, so it refreshes Blue Prism. Currently launch button is not active, but if I click this, launch button is active now. So if I click now Blue Prism is connected to the application. And now here, if I do set next stage, see this, here, and here see this step. Okay, and if I click, it is going step. So point I want to make is here, it is step by step execution. It is executing one flow at a time. And when you do step over, it will execute the current flow, and then it will wait for the next flow to be executed. So let me show you. Here I'm closing it, and I am doing set next stage, and here I am running it. Now you see here, it has completed this particular flow. Launch flow is done. Okay, now same thing if I have to do with step over, I will show you the example from Process Studio. Currently I have done it by Object Studio. So in the launch, you see a set next stage and step over. Previously I have done step, now step over. So you see it has done the activity in background and it is waiting at the next. If I again tell it step over, so what it is doing exactly is it is running the complete workflow or complete task present for that particular stage, and then it is waiting for the next stage. So step and step over, the difference: step is step by step execution, step over is execute the current workflow and wait for the next workflow. If same I have done for read data from Excel, which is a independent subpage. So if I say step over, it will execute this particular page in backend, and then it will wait for the next action. Getting my point?
Yes, Sudhir.
Yeah. Hey, are you enjoying this training or we should stop?
And no, I'm getting your point. Step is it's actually going every step by step, either read, write, or any every single step, and a step over. It's completing the entire page in
Yeah,
one action.
yeah, yeah, yeah,
Mm,
yeah.
yeah.
So now third one is step out. So how about step out? Let me show you. Here I have refresh and set next stage. And now here, if I press step out, if I press step out, it will execute the entire flow. Okay. It will only
Okay.
stop if there is an error or if there is any breakpoint. So here in between, if I say a breakpoint, it will stop. Otherwise, it will not stop. So breakpoint, you know, right? You are also from programming background, right?
And no, I'm from testing.
Okay. So breakpoint means I have to break the flow. So here, if I start with step out, you see the workflow is showing at the start, but it is executing all the activities. Okay, step out means execute all activities at once. And now here breakpoint is there and hence it has stopped here. Okay, now I will again refresh it and I will delete this link and let's see if it stop here or not. So set next stage and step out. So I have deliberately introduced an error over here and you see it has stopped over here itself. Okay. So so the reason why I'm stressing this thing is for certification these three are very important and the certification is important for your Blue Prism exam. So certificate is important for your Blue Prism interview. Okay, so certified resources are in high demand in the company. Anyway, apart from that, okay, so in process how we do development. Okay, so first of all we check if application is, so what all things I need here. I need this Centrix automation. I need Excel to store my order data, and I need just these two things. So what I will check, I will check if Excel is already running or if this application is already open. So Centrix data solution is already open. So I'm checking again this utility general process exist. Okay. So in VBO, I have utility general. Okay. So this VBO, if you import, then you can access all the actions of utility general. So process exists. Yes, if it say yes, process exists, then kill the process. And if process doesn't exist, then if it says no, so it's a Boolean variable, yes or no format. So if process doesn't exist, launch, then log in, go to the screen, read data, and then work ahead. Okay, so you also have to develop a similar flow. And again, I'm telling you, this is not the only VBO we have. Okay, some VBO are present in the drive which are not given by Blue Prism, or I will say which are not given by Blue Prism here while installation. So you have to get it from the portal, or I have put it for you, process examples dot bp release and object examples dot bp release. So this you have to import, and you see here once you import it, uh you this standard template. Okay, all of these standard templates are available to you once you import these things. So these standard templates are again very important. So why the standard template? So let's say I will show you. So see here, if I have to read Excel file, I don't need to remember the complete flow. I don't need to remember which all actions I will be needing. I just need to remember this standard template, and I can just copy the file from here, and I can put the file over here, and here I will just change the path of the file. Okay, I will just add my file path where I have kept my Excel file, and it will automatically copy the data from that location to here. Getting my
Can you
point?
show this again? Yeah, can you show this again? How to get the
I
Excel?
have just opened a template. I have just opened a template and copied the data, copy the page. So I have opened template for uh, files, process example files, and
Okay.
then here I have just clicked on paste. And now here what I need to give, just need to give my file path. So my file path is, let's say, okay. So this is my file path. So what I'm doing, see here, I'm clicking here, then right click, sorry, shift right click, clicking here, shift and right click, and it give me the option copy as path. So the complete file path is getting copied. So this option is only available when you do shift and then right click. And you see here, this file path I'm having now. And if I do set next stage, you see it is populating all the data, and now the collection is also populated. Okay, okay, it has read the data from Excel. Let me check if Excel is blank. No, Excel is not blank. So the data, why it got lost? I think I need to keep a breakpoint over here, so the data will not get lost. And now, because it went to end, and hence the data got lost. Okay, the Excel is already open. Okay, does not have, okay. So the path, it didn't took the path properly. So I will again give the path. How I'm giving it? My cursor is on this file and shift right click, copy as path, and then, so you have to put it in both places, not only at initial place, but initial and current value as well. So if it is not saved, then it don't take that value. And now see here, start, set next stage, and I'm running it. File not found. Okay, so here again I have made a mistake. I have copied, I don't know how this blunder happened. Okay, let me close this file, press OK, and let me delete everything. Okay, I'm deleting everything. uh, just okay, the file path is there, I will keep that file path, and rest other thing I will delete. And here there is a space, I will remove the space as well, and same thing I will do here as well. I will remove the space as well again. Demo. And now if you see, the file path is correct. If I have to validate the path, I will say, sorry, not command. I will give the file path over here and it is opening the path. Okay, so the file path is correct. Now I have to, here also I have to give the same path. And now if I start, it should populate the file. I'm clicking on refresh and now I'm starting. So if you see, Excel symbol is there in the backend and the data is populated. Okay, so this is called as collection. So data item is there only for single data item, and so this is for single data item, a number item. But when you have tabular data, you can put it in the collection. So Nilima, you are getting right. What's your name? Nimisha. Nimisha.
Naimisha. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm sorry. You're getting my point, right, Nimisha?
Yes. Yes.
Okay. So, so you have to keep on using these templates, and these templates are for reusability. In RPA, you have reusability, and for reusability, you need these templates. Okay.
Okay.
So like that, many installations have their own templates as well. So now, if if you are still enjoying, I would like 5 more minutes of you. I would like to show you a job running from control room, if you agree with me.
Mm. Yeah. I
No?
think this is fine for today because I it will be very heavy load for my brain. I need to remember all this and
Yes,
practice.
yes,
I may get confused.
sure. I was just joking. I was just joking, Nilima. So uh I hope you enjoyed today's session, and tomorrow
Yes.
again we will connect,
Yes.
and do uh work hard, and read this foundation training PDF, then practice on Blue Prism for Centrix automation, and if you still enjoy, go to Busy Ping and watch the videos on RPA. It's a very nice channel. Have you gone to Busy Ping, YouTube Busy
Yes,
Ping
I
channel?
go. Yeah. Yes.
Okay, I'm not doing their marketing. I just like that, and hence I pass it on to my students. No commission, no
Yeah.
marketing. Okay.
Yes.
uh, and again, portal.blueprism.com. Here register with your ID, with your email ID. Okay, so it's a Blue Prism official portal. Lot of things are present there. Okay,
Yes.
thank you, Namisha, for joining today's session. And by the way, just one question. So yesterday I have taken a demo for students, and there were new people there. So I would like to know if you have any feedback for my yesterday's demo.
Yeah, yesterday's demo it was good actually. We already had one demo in my first class. Yeah, I got some more extra information, extra knowledge on RPA regarding this RPA,
You are
RP.
already registered. You are already registered, but few candidates were new. So I just would
Yeah,
like to understand if my demo was up to the mark, or if I have any improvement items.
yeah. Actually, I thought it might be good if you have covered why different tools in RPA, which one is better for someone will say automation anywhere it will be good for Excel and UiPath, what it will be good at, and Blue Prism.
Yes, yes, yes,
I
yes.
thought it
Actually,
might be
what
good.
happened is, yeah, yeah, yeah. So that actually many time audience ask me that question and I reply to them. but this time no one has asked the question.
Okay. Can
Anyway,
I know why actually currently UiPath is leading than Blue Prism? What is the advantages of UiPath than Blue Prism?
no. See, it's ultimately the same thing. Whatever you have in BP, same thing is there in UiPath. And
Okay.
if you learn one tool, ultimately you can cross skill into other tool just in 1 week, because
Okay.
ultimately all concepts are same, just the names is different. And
Okay.
the automation mindset you will adapt in one tool, the same thing you will use it in other. Not much difference, I will say. It just
Okay.
I'm using Microsoft Outlook, you are using Gmail, someone is using IBM Lotus Note. That's it.
Okay. Okay.
Okay, thank
Okay.
you. Okay, I also enjoyed today's lecture. See you tomorrow.
Thank you. Thanks, Sudhir. See you tomorrow.
Thanks, bye.
Bye.